Hey guys, well, my name's Nicole, and I've posted a couple times, I would say, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I definitely posted before on this, and it was just basically me telling my story, my problems with loving who I am and everything, and to be quite honest, I just started this video without really any script. So you guys might hear me ramble quite a bit. Be prepared. I do that a lot. But kind of want to just make this video because I've seen other people do it, and I just felt like maybe I could get my story across better if it was told like from me and not just typed out. But really, I mean, right now, what I'm wearing right now, a dress that's showing my shoulders, I could not have done that about a month ago or any time after that, because my confidence was so just shot to hell, and I couldn't even look in the mirror. Like, there was one day that I was sitting down and the thought occurred to me that I hated myself, and I didn't know where that came from, because in the past I had self-confidence. Like, I just did not have a shit ton. I had some, but not a ton. And it kind of I don't really know where it started, to be quite honest. All I can remember is when I was 10, somewhere when I was 10, I kind of started feeling self-conscious about how I looked. I mean, it wasn't a big deal because I was 10 and all I wanted to do was punch boys and eat dirt, I don't know. And, but I think the whole issue with how I looked and loving myself started when I was 14, when I first started middle school. Because when I hit middle school, the first day I walked in, I looked like the biggest damn dork in the whole world. I'm not kidding. It just irks me how badly I dressed. And I know a lot of people, there's people that think fashion is the utmost importance, and other people who just don't care. I'm somewhere in between. I don't care, and then I do care, but I seriously did not care when I was 14. It just... And I just remember walking in, and I could see all of these girls and guys dressed all fancy and rich looking, and I just went into the bathroom, and no one teased me right away because no one really knew me and looked at me. And I went in the bathroom and I looked, I'm like, oh my god, I'm a fucking nerd. Excuse the language, but I mean, that day it hit me. And I mean, if I was who I am now back then when I was 14, I wouldn't have cared at all. I would have been like, dude, you rock this big leather blue jacket that you stole from your sister's closet. Who cares? But it started escalating every day. Every day I would try so hard to dress sexy, cool, I don't know. I didn't really know what I was doing. I cut up a lot of good, expensive clothing for nothing. And I didn't really get teased up until the day when I came out about my sexuality. And I seriously, and I'm not saying this to try to seem like a legend. I'm not. I'm just saying that seriously, no one had come out at all in my school until me. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, because I thought people were already out and all happy and woohoo, but as soon as I did, everyone was like, what is going on? You're a lesbian? I'm like, no. And I was trying to make sense of it at the time. I remember I struggled a lot back then with who I am. And it went so far beyond the whole confidence issue and everything else. It had to deal with who I am as a person. And I mean, now I don't identify as anything. It's just, if I like you, whatever. It doesn't matter who you are, what your gender is, what your race is, color, skin, who cares. If I like you, whatever. But back then it was complicated. And I think that started the bullying a lot because of that. And I don't regret coming out. I don't. Because I don't. I mean, it's who I am. It took a lot of time for me to come to terms with it. And I remember when I turned 15 and my mom died, that's when everything went down the toilet. Like, my God. Like, I hated myself. Like, I would intentionally hurt myself in more than just one way. Like, I would cut, and when my dad went to third shift and I was by myself, I would put on a tank top and short shorts and go outside in the winter and lay on the cement and smoke, like a pack that night. And it wasn't for like I really don't know where I'm going with this, but it just was not for any satisfaction, if that makes sense. Like, in a sense, I guess, but in reality, it was just me punishing myself. Like, I didn't cut myself because it felt good. I didn't do it because it made me feel great because everything else sucked or anything, you know? It just, I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm just like, you know what? You're ugly and you need to be punished. And that kind of thinking led up until I was 17, and I'm 18 now. I'm gonna be 19 in a week. And I mean, the way I am now and looking back, I am shocked at how far I let it go and how far I let myself think that I was worthless. And I mean, just talking about it now, just realizing like, holy crap, like I really was fucked up back then. And like, I mean, I hated my weight. I mean, I wasn't even like, I wasn't like super skinny, but I wasn't like obese or anything, you know? It was just, I was average. I was 15 and I was average, you know? It's typical. But all I saw was ugly. And I don't know what comes over me, but like, I used to just look at everyone else and think that they were beautiful. When the mean girls would pick on somebody else because of a flaw that they saw, I didn't see it. And I'm not saying that to seem like a great person. I seriously did not see it. And when my friends made fun of themselves or picked on them and like were like, oh, I look ugly, and I'm just staring at them like, are you kidding me? I'm like, you have big boobs to start, and you got a skinny waist, and you got a big booty. You don't have anything to be sad about. But when I grew up, I realized that we all have insecurities. It doesn't matter if we look like a beauty queen to other people. We're always going to have something we don't like about ourselves, right? I mean, for instance, my nose. Look at this honker. I used to hate it so much, my God. And then, and people did pick on me for it, but as the years went on, I could live with it, and then it just came down to, well, I'm never going to get plastic surgery because that shit scares me, and I just learned to accept it, and now I love it. And if I put away my nostrils, it kind of looks like a heart. But there was just a lot of things I didn't like. My nose, my weight, everything, I guess. It's just, I just really hated myself, and I realized that one day, and it scared me, because I'm just like, if I hate myself this much, then why am I alive? And that is a very morbid thought to have. And like, it's just, now where I'm at now, I still have issues. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I still have issues, like a shit ton. I still have a lot to work on. And the fact that I'm so young, it just gives me more hope. Because now I can nip this in the bud. And I can just say, you know what? So what? You got a few blemishes on your face. You sometimes your ass makes it looks everything huge in your outfit. Who cares? I don't. There are days where I cry because I just don't like the way I look. And then there's days like this where I can look in the mirror and be like, you know what? Screw other people. I'm beautiful. And yesterday my confidence went through the roof, and even my dad said I was conceited. And I'm just like, I haven't been conceited my whole life. At least I deserve one day to feel that way. And it's just that, I mean, honestly, it just doesn't come down to anything other than that, is that I still have issues. It doesn't matter how much I love myself now, or how much I can see how wrong I was in the past. I'm still always going to have that one little thing about myself with dealing with my looks or my personality or something, the way I handle something, a situation. It doesn't matter. I'm always going to have that one thing that I don't like. We're all going to. That's just inevitable. We're always going to have something we don't like about ourselves. And that's okay. You don't have to always agree with the way you look or you act or anything. But that does not mean that you are ugly, that you are worthless, that you are incompetent, that you are stupid. It doesn't. Because you are beautiful. Alright? and I'm being very mushy now, but you understand. But you just, and I know you probably hear that people always say, oh, well, get over it, ignore what people say. You can't. How can you ignore somebody that's calling you ugly or slutty or stupid or fat or just anything else that someone could call you? How can you? I applaud people that can have that ability and don't let it affect them. But then there's people like me and you who can't. We can't. Even now, the way how happy I am with myself, I can't. If someone calls me a slut, it's gonna hurt. I'll get pissed and I'll defend myself, but it'll hurt. Nonetheless. Someone can go tell me to kill myself. I won't do it. I won't listen because I know they're wrong. And I do hope for the best for them, that they can love themselves enough to not to put their hate on other people like that. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to people are going to call you things in life. Whether or not you're in a good place in your life, someone is always going to have an issue with you. Not everyone's going to like you. It's tough. You want everyone to like you, because it just would be great if they did, but you've got to think to yourself that you're worth it. Every day, and I want somebody. I know this video is very long. Trust me, I apologize. But if you're watching this video through right now, thank you, you're a trooper. But I really want someone to try this. Okay? I want you, after you're done with this video, wherever you are in the world, if you're getting ready for bed or it's hours before you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, I want you to think to yourself that you're worth it. It doesn't matter if you believe it right now. Someday you will. And every time you wake up in the morning, I want you to look in the mirror. And I want you to make a conscious effort to look in the mirror and really see. Stop picking out your flaws, girl. Who cares? It don't matter. Who cares? We all have flaws. I have flaws. I've just pointed them out. I've got a shit ton more I could, but I don't have very much video time. But just look in the mirror and think that you're not perfect, but in somebody's eyes you are. Whether or not you know they exist, you're perfect to somebody. You're perfect to me. You could have all the flaws in the world. It doesn't matter. I don't look at your flaws. I look at how your personality is, how you can treat someone. If you can treat someone with compassion and not be cold-hearted or something, then okay. Good. But I don't know. It amazes me how many girls and guys and everyone in between can think how hideous they are, how worthless they are. You're not. Seriously. It doesn't matter if you get a whole bunch of anonymous people on Tumblr telling you to go kill yourself or something like that. It don't matter, because they're wrong. They're only putting their hatred onto you because they hate themselves, or there's something going on in their lives that they can't stand right now. And it's sad how many people listen to people like that. And if we could put as much effort into listening to someone insult us, why can't we put just as much effort into somebody who compliments us? Think about it. A lot of people, me, especially me, I had put so much of my time, wasted so much of my effort and my time just listening to people say the meanest, cruelest things to me. People I knew, people I didn't know. And then it just came down to, you know what? If someone's going to call me beautiful, even if I don't feel beautiful that day, I'm going to say thank you. I'm not just going to say no. I'm going to take the compliment whether or not I believe it. Because in the future, there's going to be a day where I'm going to remember that. And it's going to feel just amazing that someone thinks that about me. And I just hope that if you're still watching this video, that I'm not saying this. I didn't make this video for me. I made this for you, whether or not you got any satisfaction out of this. Okay? Better listen to me now. I'm smart. Alright, well, I suppose I should end my video. I don't know how long I've been. But thank you for watching. And if you ever want to talk to me, feel free to put something in my ask. I don't care. Ask me, talk to me, chat with me. I don't know. I'm a lonely person. I like talking, obviously. But Yeah, and if you ever need advice, come to me. It's okay. I'm not gonna just shut you out and say, I don't know you, why would I help you? No. But I can't promise you that I have the world's best advice. I can promise you that I'll listen. I would always listen. But you need to know that at the end of the day, no one else can help you but yourself. You are the one that needs to make the effort to push yourself off the ground, climb out of that hole you dug for yourself, and find a way to appreciate who you are as a person, inside and out. Because at the end of the day, no one else has to live with you. You have to live with yourself. So why not love yourself? Right? I love you all.